Good morning. So I am finally going to do a review of our Fatboy Coolers and let you know what we really think about them after a few years of use. Stay tuned to see what we think. Okay, so I'm finally going to review our Fatboy Cooler, the roto-molded cooler, much more price friendly than some of the other ones out there. We've had this for a few years, and as you can see, we got another one. So a couple things I want to talk about. These are awesome. We'll just blanket statement that right there. But you should know they're also very heavy. This I can lift by myself. This is a 75 quart cooler. I can lift this by myself if it's empty. Once we fill this baby with ice and food and drinks, it takes two of us. That's no problem. Thankfully, I have a beefy husband. So let's look inside. Oh, look, it looks just like a cooler. But we have these cool accessory baskets. I love those because we can keep things up and away from the ice, like cheese or eggs. The ice that's melting, it never hits them, and they fit perfectly as long as you pack it nice and flat. Some of the other features that I love, something I particularly love that I never gave much thought to, I thought it was a cool selling point. Awkward pose here. This pressure release valve is amazing. When you're up camping, when you're going back and forth between different elevations, that makes all the difference in being able to actually access your food. There was a time when we first got this cooler and we tried to open it, we forgot about that release valve in there. We tried to open it up and absolutely could not. We had our neck veins popping, we were getting real pissy, and then ding, ding, ding. Use a button. It helps so much. Big deal. Before I bought our Fatboy Cooler, this first one, I did a ton of research on different coolers. I wanted to make sure that we were investing our money in something that would last us a long time. I didn't want to just throw money at anything. And I wasn't familiar with Fatboy Coolers. I hadn't heard about them before, but I was really interested in what they had to offer. They had a lot of really cool features. One major issue that I have with my Fatboy that I totally fudged up on, and this was my fault, I thought it had reversible feet. It does not. So I convinced my husband to go ahead and pry off one of the feet so we could flip it over. Bad decision. On the inside corner, we have to yearly reapply silicone caulk because when we went to put the foot back on, we jammed through the whole cooler and exposed its inner fluffy bits to the wind. So hint, hint, Fatboy, if you want to put reversible feet on it, that's not really a con though, a Fatboy, that's my absolute fault. We love this cooler. So this has taken quite a beating. The top has gotten scratched up because our truck cover hits it on the top. Now we just put a towel over it, it's fine. Another cool thing that we really like about the Fatboy, we bought the additional accessory pack that they offer for sale. We bought two. It comes with a cutting board, you get a little cup holdy thingamajig, and you also get the baskets. The baskets I love. I highly recommend you getting at least the baskets. It's a better deal to get the cutting board too. We don't use the cutting board as a cutting board when we're out camping so much, but it's great because it fits as a middle divider in there, and that is fantastic because it helps us remember like which side did we put what food on, what do we want to use first. It just helps to organize it. Highly recommend at least that cutting board divider and the baskets. Don't really recommend the cup holders, we've never used them. A note on the accessories. So we bought 2 packs, so that ended up getting us 2 dividers, 2 cup holders, and 2 baskets, which is ultimately what I really wanted. With our order, they forgot the second accessory pack, which was a bit of a bummer, and the cutting board that we did get was warped. We tried to set it out in the hot sun and tried to put flat items on it, but it wouldn't reconstitute. It wouldn't flatten itself back out. So we reached out to them right away. They were super friendly. They sent us, of course, our accessory pack right away and went ahead and replaced the cutting board divider as well. All of our interactions with Fatboy were wonderful. They helped answer questions when I reached out to them. They were very responsive, and I could tell that they were excited about their product as well. So that says something, I think, about a company when they have good customer service. So kudos to you guys. As you know, we love the cooler. Love the color too. I don't think they offer this green, at least in the 75 quart anymore, but they have some really cool colors. They've got like a desert camo, marine camo, which is what color this is. But we got this one because I thought it'd be pretty cool. It's gonna blend in with the woods. The kicker is this is a super cool cooler. You can lock it. It's got, these are both beer openers, and when you close it, you can put a padlock on there. These cool side areas that you can replace the handles, you can put your attachments to, like that cup holder attachment, you can put those in here. What we did, we got a Siberian lock bracket because at the time Fatboy was not selling one, and that fit in here. And then we just loop a chain through that and then padlock that to our trailer. We hope that nobody is around our camp areas with bolt cutters, so it keeps it pretty safe to do it that way. I did look though, Fatboy is now selling their own brackets. They have a really cool lockable strap. It's both fabric and metal cables, and that looks pretty brilliant. So nice job on that, Fatboy. You've got some real upgrades, I saw. They also have a fishing pole holder, which will kind of segue over next door. I did buy another Fatboy cooler. This was technically for both of us, but I bought this for my husband as a gift for our wedding vacation that we took. So he'd have somewhere to put his fish, because at the time all of our food and beverages were going in here and there would have been no room for fresh fish anywhere, and I wanted to eat that fish. So we've got this one. This is a 45 quart. The 45 quart, what we've ended up using it for, we will still use it for fish trips, but usually we'll just put all of our adult beverages and like our sparkling fancy waters in this one. And then this is primarily just all of our food stuff and ice. Differences between these two. This one weighs empty, I think it was 37 pounds. This one empty weighs 25 pounds. 75 quart, 45 quart. This will hold 80 pounds of ice, so that's 8 typical ice bags. This one will hold 50 pounds, so 5 typical ice bags. The other cool thing, I saw Fatboy now also has a 70 quart with wheels. This baby is so heavy. If it's just you, highly recommend getting that, or you might just want to stick to a 45 quart, which is still quite heavy once you fill that up. Let's talk about why we got a second one. Obviously, it's because it's awesome, but the reason is we wanted to do it for fish. We still found we needed to pack away more stuff, because I'm a chronic food overpacker, overpreparer. We don't need as much as I bring, but I can't seem to stop myself, and I need to do better about that. That's another issue. What have we found since using the Fatboy coolers in actual use of ice retention, we'll say? If you saw that other video, the very first one we did, you saw that ice lasts a pretty long time, and I think it was day 6 until it reached spoiling temperatures. We find when we're camping, about 5 days is when we're gonna want to or start to replace the ice. It would go 6 days, but usually that's when we start to plan for it. We'll drain some of the water. Everything is still nice and cold, but the ice to water slush ratio, we like to replace it about 5 days. And that's not been a problem because we're out and about. There's usually a gas station or some convenience store that we can pick up ice pretty easily. We are still going to continue to use one or both, probably at least one, maybe this 45 quart, when we are going out with our new camping trailer that we're building out still. We're going to have a huge Snowmaster fridge in that trailer, and we are still going to bring our Fatboy. Not because we wouldn't have the room in our new fridge freezer combo, but because we love the Fatboy. We can use it for so many different things. We'll probably use it to keep all of our canned beverages and some of our finer quality adult liquor beverages as well. One other thing I wanted to mention about these Fatboy coolers is we have their older handle variations. We've had this newer one for about a year and a half now, They have changed it to a new latch. I believe they call it a cam latch. These latches can be a little challenging to put into place. You need a little bit of muscle, which is fine because I need to really work for the food I'm getting in there. I need to make sure I stay nice and strong. But their new latches that they have, they look really nice and they look very easy to use. Nice upgrade on that, you guys. Also, it makes a really nice little seat. So if you're out and about and you don't have camp chairs left and you have some friends with you, these are perfect little squat seats. They clean up really nicely. They can get scratched and beat up. They can take you removing their feet from them and exposing their innards and still keep trucking. So I highly recommend Fatboy Coolers. Let me know in the comments below if you ended up buying a Fatboy Cooler and what you think about it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you again for watching. You all have a fantastic day and happy camping. Start again. I'm watching you, James. I don't know what I was gonna say. I realized I just said that wrong. Behind the roto-molded. Roto-molded cooler. Roto-molded. God, that's a hard one. One moment. This is a weird angle. We're gonna just go again. It's awesome. We beat it up.